Hi everyone! Hello! I say that with like an exhale because today has been chaos, but we're gonna get into that. But that's why I have the camera. There's things to talk about. First, let's do question of the day. Today is, if you could instantly become an expert in any hobby or skill, what would it be? And my question first off, or my answer is piano, because I wish I would have stuck with it as a kid, but I don't have brain capacity anymore. Piano would be mine. Let's see. Hi, Megan. Deborah says oil painting. Kara, hello. Carol, hello. Let's see. Watercolor artist. Very, you know, put brush to paint, and you're a watercolor artist. Kara, probably drawing. Let's see. Anne, shooter, welcome. Vicky, welcome. Kara, just dropping by today because I have work. Will we play this after work? Sounds good, Kara. Have a great work day. Josephine, hello. Dawn, hello. Allison, yep. Piano as well. Let's see. Fabric and textile design. Oh, Joseph, I like that. I'd like to be a good singer. As it is, I can't carry it too. I pretend. Does that work? If no one else hears me, no one will know whether or not I can sing good. It's like Schrodinger's cat. Oh my gosh. Already, we're starting out well. Words are hard. Christina, hello. Let's see. It's Saturday on your side. Oh, that's right. That's right. Let's see, 3 p.m. New Zealand, as in right now. Yeah, it is. It is afternoon. Well, today was crazy, but Wednesday's stream was even crazier. If you were here for one of the streams on Wednesday, there were 3 streams because for whatever reason, I don't know if it was the wind or what, but the electricity cut out. So everything shut off and I plugged, you know, we got the phone up and we got it going and I put it in a cup. Now, you guys said that it was echoey. Hi, Madame, welcome. You guys said that it was echoey. I watched it back. Oh man, that was painful. I could not have chosen a worse object to put my phone in. Like, it sounded so bad. Anyway, and then once the electricity came back on, oh, but I watched it back, and I mean, you guys know me. I'm all like fancy microphone sound. Like this is what I like, and I was just like, oh no. But, and actually, I was really intrigued. Yeah, it was. Wait, what does it say? It was so bad. Anyway, but were that to happen again, or if I'm feeling, gosh, I feel like I'm. Can I raise my seat anymore? A little bit. Anyway, were it to happen again. Sure. I have a tripod for the phone again, and I was really intrigued. I was really intrigued by the jump in viewers. Do I fade in and out now? Well, it's probably because I'm It's meant to be like this, but when I'm all the way back here, of course. But what was I saying? Oh, yeah, I was really curious, like, the turnout. Like, clearly it wasn't our regular crowd, but I'm almost wondering, like, maybe I should... No, maybe not shorts. I don't know. Going live on my phone on YouTube was questionable. But something to think about in the future. So today, one of the reasons that it was super chaotic and crazy, so I obviously, without giving too much information, I volunteered at the kids' school today, because I was going with them on a field trip. I don't know if you guys can see. I came home and changed my shirt. I was like, oh, I got sunburnt. That's super awesome. So there's that. But it was all over crazy today. And yeah, it was sunny. It wasn't super hot. There was a nice breeze. But right. Well, I mean, I guess since I'm not saying specifically where it was at a zoo. It was at a zoo. And yeah, there were like, I swear, 5 or 6 other schools there today. But that was like, I saw that, Renee. I have some friends, obviously, like, because I'm from there, I have people, but they were like, so the rain that was forecast is looking awfully white and fluffy. But yeah, it was a zoo, and there were like 5 or 6 other schools there, and so it was a little chaotic, and so I didn't get much stuff during the day, but this afternoon, if you saw, so I posted a reel today. This is going to be March's sticker club. So this is the sticker sheet. It's all galaxy, like alien themed. This is the first month that I am doing some of the stickers in glitter. Like, I feel like this galaxy, like that's what this was missing. So that one's in glitter. And then the space otter is in glitter as well, right? I know, I'm not gonna lie. I like this one. And then this one is the space. Oh, it's the first today. See, in my head, Sticker Club like is open until the end of the first. And so I didn't post. I will post the coloring page. Gosh, this camera's making me look really pale. Anyway, I will post the free coloring page for members this evening. Anyway, but there's this one, a nice space helmet, and then a planet, and there should be 5 of these. But then there's the little spaceship. But another update that I did as well was waffle stickers. I have a very strong love of waffles. They're my favorite breakfast food. Anyway, so there's a mini pack that has different toppings, and then there's these 2, so you can choose there. Anyway, so that is the update. Hi, Mona. Thanks, Vicky. So that is what we're doing. Now, I don't think there was anything else Basecamp worthy. Oh, I might have picked myself up a stuffed animal at the zoo because I am 12. Not really. I'm 37. Going on 50. So there's that. But yeah. How are you, Callie? What, no full house? Emily ate. Yep, pretty much. I ate them all. All right, well, how are you, Kelly? Let's jump right in. So, first of all, we are doing Maria Trolle. There were a number of polls, and Maria, oh my gosh, you guys, it's been a really long day. Maria Trolle won out on a couple of times, and so I did quite a bit of flip through on here, trying to decide what I wanted to do. I almost debated about the peacocks because I actually took some really pretty pictures of peacocks today when we were at the zoo. But the only reason that I chose not to is because these are pretty identical, and like once you do one feather, you've done them all. So it's not necessarily conducive to a good live stream one. And a lot of the flowers are the same. So I was flipping through and I came to this Mama Mona. I came to this page and I was like, well, gosh, that's a lot of cool little stuff. And then I was like, well, what do I want to do with it? I wasn't entirely sure what tools or medium that I wanted to use. And then it hit me, how about all of them? So I have this case that it doesn't have the light fast in them, but this case has some light fast in them. But I have now that I have a larger set, it's there. But Anyway, so what I have here is I have got the Derwent drawing pencils. I think we'll end up using these, but basically the mediums that we're using is these. So, and Shannon, I know you're gonna give your sick face because the color, the ChromaFlow are sitting right here next to it. I probably won't use these, honestly, because I mean, we've got Color Soft if we want. Our main medium underneath is, there it is. I was looking there, I'm like, oh, Shannon's not gonna like these ones. So we probably won't use the chrome, not because of Shannon, but I also feel kind of the same way. So, so I have the Derwent watercolor in here and I put them on the list below, but if we have Inktense, I don't know that we're gonna use them. And here's the other thing I am doing that is not me. I did not get out any color charts. We are going to do this based solely on what I see on the lead. I know. Well, they're all in here and like they all fit. It was too perfect. I can't help it. Also true. Yeah, every pencil has its place. So we are going to start with the Inktense. Now, I don't have any of the massive sets, which is, I don't use them all that often. So it's perfectly fine. So I have linked the 12 set. So if you're wanting to try them, the 12 set is really, really good. So we're actually going to take them all out. And we are going to be doing Inktense for the beginning part of it. Or we might do like a bunch of bushes or whatever else. I have my paintbrushes out. So oh, Shannon, I was going to ask you, were you at the reading sprint for that girl you told me? I'm drawing a blank on what her YouTube name is now. But were you there lurking at all? Because I don't know if I completely lost my mind. But, well, no, I probably did lose my mind. Kimberly, thank you. Hi, Daniela. So I had her on while I was, you know, getting prepped and getting things arranged and set up and everything. I had her on. And I forgot that she goes silent during those 30 minutes. And so while I was getting ready, like, I even forgot that I had her up because I had another window that was covering it. And I don't remember what time it was. But when she came back, does she have a cat? Or does she have a cat alarm? I thought I was going nuts. Like, so Annie is in here right now. She's, go figure, not in that perfectly awesome thing I made. She's like, why are you pointing at me? Not in that thing, but she is here and she's hanging out. Anyway, cat timer. Okay. I wasn't sure if it was her, so I didn't really want to say anything. But it completely caught me off guard because the meow sounded like Paul and my volume was, right? My volume was up more than usual. And so I'm scooting around doing my stuff and I hear this incredibly loud meow. I immediately look at Annie because she's sitting down here with me and I'm just like, holy mother of pearl, what was that? So I go to the stairs because it wouldn't have been Isis and it wasn't Annie. That wasn't their meow. It sounded like Paul. So I go to the top of the stairs and I'm like, I go upstairs, I'm like, it's like, is Paul downstairs? And he's like, yeah. And I'm just standing there like, what did I hear? Like, that couldn't have been Annie. Like, it just couldn't have. She's got like a little baby meow. But it just scared the crap out of me. And I was just like, what is it? And then she started talking. And I was like, oh my gosh, it was her. So, needless to say, it royally caught me off guard. Anyway, okay. Enough of that story. But now I know she has a cat alarm. And it made me think I was going insane. So there's that. Okay, so Maria Trolle, we are doing the Luna book, and we are going to start, right? I just thought I was losing my marbles. Okay, what I want to do first is the bushes, and like I said, we're going to do Mr. Miyagi. Was that? Oh, Mr. Miyagi. That's what she was saying, Mr. Miyagi. Well, either way, I was completely caught off guard. All right, so 4 greens for this set. Let's see. This one is Deep Indigo. Okay, so if you have the Inktense and you're wanting to follow along, but you don't know which ones are in the 12 set, we have the teal green, leaf green, Right? It completely, because then I realized, oh, she came back just in time. And then Steve was sounding very confused because he's like, what is wrong? I'm like, nothing, disregard the last 30 seconds. Then we have apple green. You know, what? Wait, what? Are you like allergic to the wood or is that like a metaphorical rash? Now I'm curious. Let's see. Sea blue, deep indigo, ink black, fuchsia, baked earth, poppy red, tangerine, bark, and which is what the next door neighbor's dogs are doing, sun yellow. So those are the colors in the 12 set. I have got something in my eye. Did I mention it's been a long day? It's been a long week, man. Hang on, I got something in my eye. Eye fix. Okay, I think I'm okay. Anyway, so sorry, I was looking at chat, making sure I wasn't missing anything. I probably just rubbed my makeup all over the place. Oh well, end of the day. All right, so what we're gonna go ahead and do is we are gonna use these two greens to begin with. So we're gonna do kind of like base colors for all of this. And actually, like the way that I'm imagining doing this, we may get through this pretty quick. So I've got my cup of water over here. I've got my little towel. I'm using my Arteza watercolor brushes, but honestly, whatever brushes you have are just fine. So this is like a flat angle, number 2, a number 1 round, a number 8 round, a number 2 round, and a number 12 round, just in case. Really, Bonnie? Oh, how interesting. I'd be really curious to know like what it is. Apple green and leaf green is what we're gonna do. So I'm doing 2 different colors. We're doing the same bushes, but I'm gonna do 2 different colors because let's be honest, not all bushes are going to be the same color. Now, if I remember correctly, these are very vibrant, which is why I wanted to do these ones. So we're going to go through and we're going to put a light layer. We can always add more later, but we're going to do a light layer of all the bushes. So let's start with our front one. And because it's in the foreground, we're going to do it in the lightest color. So, ooh, wait a minute. I just had a thought. I was going to like alternate the colors, but we could combine the leaf green and the apple green and do kind of like a gradient of bushes. So the lighter one is in the front and the darker ones are in the back, like you would with any foreground or background. So let's start with apple green. I want to sharpen this real quick. I want a nice fine point. Where did I put my sharpener? Aha, there it is. I've been working on I moved all my stuff around. Hi, Bonnie. Oh wait, I just talked to you, but you're just saying hi to everyone. Sorry, I saw hi and I was like, oh, someone to say hello to. So I messaged Shannon. What was that, Shannon? Today's Monday? Yes? No, today's not Monday. Crap, all my days are running together. Today is Friday. I think I messaged you Wednesday evening. Hi, Lucy. Anyway, I was messaging her because Steve had this idea of something he wanted to do for his work. And he wanted to, they were cups, like monogram cups. And he wanted to get them out sooner rather than later. Because I was talking to Shannon. And so, because I asked her since she does the sublimation cups. And I was just like, hey, so what do you need for this? And Shannon, I had no idea there was so much involved with all of that. Like when you started telling me like special ink, special printer, like it gave me such a new appreciation for what you do. Needless to say, I did not end up doing that, and I was actually able to get them done even sooner. I had like 14 of them to make, which is why I was like trying to do them myself because I knew the turnaround time, like to ask somebody to do it and then to get it like within a couple days, like it would take longer than that to ship. So anyway, I had picked up at Hobby Lobby on clearance a few weeks back these ones. Look at that. They were originally $9.99. I got them for $4.99 each. And it is this heat activated vinyl. Well, I wanted to stay fairly gender neutral since there were like 14 of them. So, right, Kim? Hi, Sunrisa. Welcome. And so I just used the blue, because let's be honest, I love blue. And it actually turned out really well. The first time I cut it, I used the default settings. And I don't know if you can see here. So we have the names, but it didn't cut all the way through. So I was able to adjust and get it cut the second time. And I got them all placed on the mugs and everything. And he brought them to work today. And Shannon, I used that idea that you gave me of putting the hand wash only. Good, Shannon. I'm so glad. Are you still swimmy headed, or were you able to dynamic dinner? Sounds good. Were you able to get some answers for that? But I put little tags in there that said hand wash only, because I'm like, I don't know the longevity of the vinyl. But anyway, so I did it and it works, but it's great because it's given me a little bit of practice. I found some of these when I went to go get the mugs for Steve's work. I was doing this for another friend. So I got these glass cups here with this kind of lid, and then it comes with glass straws. I'm going to be mailing them though, so I'm a little nervous. I'm going to have to really pack them well, because like glass straws seem like they're pretty fragile. I probably should have gotten some metal straws instead. But anyway, I'm going to use the cold activated vinyl. This one here is pink. And I'm going to draw a design and do their name and everything. And I'm going to get it put on those cups. And, you know, probably stuff it with some goodies or something. But yeah, so that was a super fun adventure. That ended up taking pretty much all the evening last night. But I was pleased that I was able to get it done so quickly. And he brought them with him to work today. And everybody loved them. So that was good. But I feel like my brain is still going like a mile a minute. You know, like when you're super busy, and even like when you sit down, like you just need almost like decompress time. Like I feel like I am just running on adrenaline today. Because the other thing that happened, no, I did use transfer paper. So funny thing about that, I have it put away right now. I, a while back, picked some up, like just randomly thinking, you know what, it's on sale. I might need this. I might need this later because, you know, I've been debating about doing the vinyl. Anyway, lo and behold, I did. So I used the vinyl, and then I had, oh, where'd that tool go? And then I had this, and I had the transfer paper. So I printed it. What do they call it? Weeding, when you take all the little pieces out. And then I cut out all the individual names, so they were all on their own paper. And then I put the transfer paper on that moved it over, and then made sure that I used this. But one thing I was proud of myself for remembering to do was to leave the transfer paper on the vinyl while I'm using this to make sure that it's really pressed to the cup, because I didn't want to scratch it. Oh, if you don't want to do both. Oh yeah, the popcorn. See, prisoners does seem to be my problem. Yeah, I would be really curious. Maybe it's the quality of like the wood. But yeah, I should have taken a picture of them, but I didn't have like any extra. I literally just got a ton of them. And I probably could have gotten a better deal if I had more time. But there were like 6 packs of these white Cricut mugs, and I was just like, well, that works. So I did 14 of them, and I think all total, since I got the other supplies like on clearance, I think the whole project cost me about $50 to do all 14 of them. So I was like, all right, that's not too shabby. But yeah, I was just like, how can I do this but make it durable? But I mean, I guess it makes sense, like, because you were saying with the fumes and everything, I never really, I don't know. Then stuff around and they'll be fine. Yeah, well, and then I wonder, do you think it would be a bad idea to pack the glass straw in the cup, since it's got like that little rubber opening? Would that cushion it, or do you think that it would put it more at risk? I suppose I could put it in the cup and then like bubble wrap around it. I don't know, like, no, you know what? I'm probably better off just like put it separate. Okay. I should see if I can get like a tiny little box or something that could fit just the straws. What's the matter, Annie? Oh, she wants out. Hang on one second. Are you done hanging out in here? Am I being too loud? All right, off you go. But yeah, I'm really excited to get it done. I just have not had a chance to draw any of it. But I think it'll look cool when it's done. And I figured because the ones that Steve wanted were really simple. They were just literally names on a mug. So I tried to find a good, like, gender neutral name or font for it. So I got those all put on there. But yeah, everybody seemed really happy with them. Of course, the perfectionist in me was like, are you sure you don't want like a picture on there or a flower or maybe put some candy on the inside? Oh, absolutely. Absolutely. Yeah, no, are you kidding me? Like, it's not our regularly scheduled, like, stuff. And so yes, if there's someone I can share them with, most definitely. Well, because if I post them online, too, then that's you know, I don't want them to see their present. Oh, interesting, Patty. Well, I do know that, like, some of the pencils come with not quite the nice wood smell that we all love. Okay, so here's what I think I'm gonna do. We're gonna continue this color all the way till about here, and then we'll move on to the other color, and then we'll add some of the leaf green on top of this so that we get a little bit of a blend. But it's fun. I mean, I really enjoyed doing it once I got the hang of it. When I was placing the names on there, I know that there's the line on the transfer tape that you could use to probably line up with the cup, but honestly, I just kind of eyeballed it. And when I went to put the paper like back on the transfer tape, I put it on the wrong side. And so like I ruined my first piece of transfer tape because I had all this ripped paper on there. I was like, oh, all right, that didn't work. Oh man, I can do the iron on stuff just fine, but that's a box of 4 of those cups. So you better believe I'm making one for myself. The picture shows it holding like iced coffee and stuff, but I'm not an iced coffee drinker. I definitely like my coffee warm. I'm gonna tell you right now though, I had a Dr. Pepper this afternoon, which is why I'm still not quite as sleepy as I probably would be considering the afternoon that I had. However, yesterday when I was finishing all that up, it was definitely a double cup of coffee kind of day. Now granted, I only drink like half calf, but I know I'm talking more and like faster than I usually do, but that just gives you an idea of how much actual adrenaline I've been running on today. Oh, yeah. Well, see, I think I'll probably do some stickers and then, yeah, some candy. Because I do all the stickers. Been printing like crazy. Because that was the other thing. With the end of the month here, you know, there's the coloring page and the sticker club, and there's a lot of stuff to like put together at the end of every month. And so I made dinner every day this week. I know that sounds like, why wouldn't you make dinner every day this week? But here's the thing. I have slightly picky children, and sometimes it's exhausting to make dinner. And sometimes, I'll be honest, I'm just too darn tired. But I planned ahead this week. We ended up doing crock-pot stuff all week, except, I was so annoyed. The pork roast I was going to do pulled pork with expired on the 28th. Like, I should have rearranged it better. I thought, like, I had more time. I'd only bought it 3 days ago. I was like, okay, I clearly needed to pay better attention to the expiration dates. But yeah, I successfully made things. The only recipe that didn't work was I was making, Shannon. Yeah, Shannon Peck's great. I think the thing I'm most nervous about is the glass straw. Because in the box, there's the foam things holding the cup. And so I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to cut out each individual foam so the cup has extra protection in the foam. But yeah, I think the glass one is what I'm most nervous about. But I was making chicken teriyaki in the crock pot. And in theory, it was supposed to be really good. Except what I didn't realize on the recipe. Like, I got fresh ginger and everything. They didn't. They come... It's Hobby Lobby brand, so, you know, they're not anything that's super, super fancy. But they come in this, so they've got this main foam box that it's all, you know, it's like a whole frotch for each of them. So what I'm thinking I can do is just take an X-Acto knife or even just like a normal knife or whatever and cut like a line down the middle here and here so they can still have their own individual things. See, the only thing is, you know, it's like Hobby Lobby brand when like some of this rubber isn't as close to the wood as I would like. So these are probably going to be the 2 that I make them and send them with. Are they shipping in the box? No, because they're going to 2 different places. So I'm making 2 cups for 2 people, and they're going to different parts of the state. So they'll need to be shipped individually. And these are just like so fragile. Like, they make me nervous. They're pretty and cool and, you know, environmentally friendly, but still, I like don't want to. I'm clumsy, okay? Like, if you want to know how clumsy I am, today when we were at the zoo, they aren't as fragile as you think. I'm just scared of breaking things. I had met, so obviously I don't know anybody here yet. I haven't done too many like parental activities or anything. But I met a mom there today, and we kind of hit it off, and, you know, we got things in common, whatever. And we were just chatting while all the kids were getting organized and everything. Anyway, I went to take my phone out to take a picture of one of the animals that was walking by, and my hands decided they quit, and they're not. Right, Kelly? I know it. I don't have a good history. I'm super lazy now as I pull chicken from the freezer directly in the oven and veggies from the freezer directly into the microwave. Hey, whatever works. Whatever works. Oh, wait, I'm in the middle of 2 different stories. Let's rewind. The teriyaki chicken I was making, the recipe called for like low sodium soy sauce, or like no, I forget what it was. Anyway, I used full sodium, and that was the saltiest teriyaki I have ever eaten. I tried to find a lower sugar recipe because I didn't want to get a headache from it, but apparently I paid too much attention to the sugar and not enough to the fact that I was literally dumping a gallon of salt and soaking some chicken in it. So yeah, we'll be making some adjustments for the next recipe. Okay, now back to the other story. I'm telling you guys, it has been nonstop this week. There's so much going on. So I pulled my phone out of my back pocket, and at the time I had my sweater wrapped around my waist because it was warm and the bags I had were already too full. Anyway, I completely fumbled my phone, and it fell down and hit the gravel, screen down, and I completely cracked my phone case. I'll show you. Yes, I do normally as well, but it still has sodium. So like it was not a good option either way. I'm going to show you guys what I did. I got the screen replaced already. I was able to stop in and get it fixed real quick. But that was my screen protector after they after they took it off. And so yeah, gravel, pink, pink, pink. Thankfully, I have a great screen protector, and as you can see, it is no longer broken. But telling you guys, if you guys knew me in real life, like, I mean, you do know me in real life, but if you saw me like out and about, you'd wonder how I was able to stand upright half the time. I'm telling you, the amount of clumsiness, and it's worse when my brain is scattered like all over the place. Right, Kelly? Yeah, exactly, Vicky. Well, that one crack that is in the lower left-hand screen that was, oh, really? Oh no, Shannon. Were you able to get it replaced? Right, Lucy? And I will never not get an OtterBox for my phone. Oh, I made an even teeny tinier waffle sticker so it could fit on my phone. You did it yourself. Oh no. Oh no. Yeah, I have a bad history with clumsiness and everything else. And no one is surprised. No one. But yeah, so, and now obviously it was this mom I had just met. I can't remember her name right now because yuck, OtterBox. They're not pretty. They're not. But that OtterBox has saved my phone flying off my car at 30 miles per hour. It has saved my phone me tripping and throwing my phone into a metal baby gate. Like, yeah, I need it. I do indeed. Oh yeah. Oh yeah. I thought maybe I told you guys this story already. Oh, and I get the Defender. Like, I don't get any of the flimsy ones. I'm like, I need full phone protection. It was when the kids were little and they were in preschool. And, you know, all right, glitter case. Glitter, yes, I love glitter cases. Tell us the story. All right. So the kids were both in, you know, pre-K and kindergarten and everything at the time. So they were both still, I'm using leaf green right now. They were both still in car seats and everything. And of course, being the exhausted, frazzled me, right? I just keep my phone in like one of those foam briefcases with like a slot just for it. So, I mean, it's just like, I mean, how many of you have set your coffee on top of your car and then driven off? I surely can't be the only one here. But so the kids, not our box, my daughter said, you don't need a mom? Crack my new phone the first day. Yes. Right, Kelly? All the time. All the time. With my hands the way they are now, I don't trust it. So the kids were in preschool and kindergarten at the time, very much still both in car seats. And it was, you know, they had just both gotten out of school and I was super distracted and whatever else. So, oh, not you. I got you. And so I had set my phone on top of the car while I was buckling them in their car seats. You know, two kids, they're both probably fussy, crying for snacks or whatever else. And so I had set my phone on top of the car. Now, when I pull out, like where the parking lot was, it pulled out onto a very, very busy road. Like it's in town, but it was a very, very much like a main road, hardly ever quiet, right? So I pull out and I hit 30 miles an hour and all of a sudden I hear on the top of the car, I hear something sliding. And of course, I'm not putting it together right away, like not at all. So I hear it sliding and I look, I can hear, you know, the sound is moving towards the back. So I glance up in my rearview mirror. Keep in mind, I am on a very busy road going 30 miles an hour, okay? So at the time I had the Note 9, which was a pretty big Samsung phone and it had a stylus. So anyway, I look out my back window and all I see is my phone hit the trunk and bounce off and hit the road in the middle of the road and it explodes. And when I say it explodes, the OtterBox itself usually come in 3 pieces, right? And that particular phone had a stylus. Now, you know, I know we don't talk about religion on here, which is fine because it can be a touchy subject. I'm just going to tell you right now, someone was watching over my phone. That's all I can say because, all right, 30 miles an hour, it hits my truck, bounces off, or hits my trunk, bounces off, hits the pavement, and I see it explode. And I'm just thinking, oh my God, like that's my phone. I saw it happening. I'm like, that's my phone. That's it. It's done. But I didn't want to leave it there. Yeah, a little bit. I didn't want to leave it there because I didn't know if it was broken. I didn't want people to, you know, get my passwords or, you know, it still holds a lot of your personal information. So I'm like, at the very least, I need to go, you know, pick up the pieces so that I know that, you know, none of my info gets stolen. So anyway, keep in mind, I have, you know, young kids in the car, so I'm being really careful. Miraculously, all of the cars behind me were at a red light. So by some miracle, nobody had driven over it. Okay, so I get in a place where I can turn around, I go over, I, you know, put on my hazards, temporarily park in the median to give me 5 seconds to get out. I grab all the pieces, get in the car. I'm completely panicked, right? Like my heart is just racing. Needless to say, mommy, what traffic? I was not that far from the car. Like I was just literally right there. I grab the pieces, I get in the car. I'm gonna tell you right now, the OtterBox is the thing that exploded and not the phone. And when I picked it up, the only thing that had been damaged on the phone was a little bitty corner of it because when the phone hit the ground and the OtterBox flew apart, the phone landed face up. It landed face up. And like these ones have, you know, much more, you know, larger cameras than they used to. So the camera was kind of in flux. So I didn't even have to worry about any of this shattering, but it landed face up, got a teeny tiny little scratch on the corner, and it was perfectly fine. Like perfectly fine. It was perfectly fine. And because, oh yeah, Kim, I will never not. I know, Deborah. And the cool thing is that OtterBox gives you lifetime protection on it. So they replaced my case as well. So that's like my ultimate, I will never not buy an OtterBox, despite the fact that they're like ridiculously expensive, even more now. But yeah, I was, oh, so much. Absolutely. I was completely just like flabbergasted. So I always enjoy telling that story when I go to get a new phone, but I could not believe it. I remember because I called Steve, you know, whenever it was safe to call, I called and I'm like, you are not going to believe what just happened. And I relayed the story to him and he's just like, how? And I'm like, I don't know. I will say I learned my lesson. I never set my phone on the roof of my car. Did that keep me from losing a number of cups of coffee? Possibly. But, you know, also, you guys know that I have that, or some of you might not. I've had it on stream a few times. You know that Mighty mug that I have? Basically, it has suction underneath the cup. Steve got it for me because he knows that I have a tendency to forget things. And I had set my coffee cup on top, but it was suction to the car. So by the time I arrived, it was still just sitting there waiting for me to enjoy my coffee. I was like, oh, okay. Like, Steve knows me well enough that the kinds of gifts he should get me are the ones that are basically me-proof. It was, yeah, a heck of a day. Pretty ridiculous. Yeah, and I will never not. You got a new cell phone? Yeah, I will never not get an OtterBox. I hate that they're so ugly. I love that that one has a clear back because I was able to decorate it with my stickers. I was quite popular among the children today because they liked my stickers. So, you know, I call that a win. All right, so now what we've done is we've done two sections. We've done the leaf green and we have done the apple green. So now I'm going to bring some of this leaf green into the apple green and then we'll bring some of the apple green into the leaf green. But, yeah. I don't have a good history. Like, nobody's surprised by this story at all. Like, here I do something like they're like, yeah, that makes sense. Oh boy. So yeah, the nice thing is because I have like free screen protector replacements with the plan that we have, I was able to go to hi B. Exactly, Kim. I was able to go and get a new screen protector on the phone replaced in like less than 10 minutes. So yeah, that was my day. Like I said, I feel like I'm still running on adrenaline. It has just been super, super busy and I'd like to say we're going to take it easy this weekend, but we're really not. There's still a lot of organizing and unpacking we need to do. Especially the kids' room. So that's going to be our focus this weekend, is to get more of that all organized and whatnot. But yeah, I will say I am going to sleep very good tonight. Right, Kim? I know it. The only thing that I can figure is that when it flew off the car, it hit the pavement, broke the case, and then it must have only fallen like, you know, this far, like hit the corner and then basically laid down. People are fed. I'm back. Welcome back, Renee. I still, like, I wish that I could do, like, instant replay with that, right? Like, go back in slow motion and see the physics of how it actually survived. I don't even know. But, yeah, so screen protector protected the phone today, and I got it replaced on my way back. I drove separately from the school buses, and the school buses hit traffic, but I was just like, I'm just gonna swing in here real quick, and yoink, and got the replacement. Yeah, that's what I'm thinking, Kim. Okay, so now I'm going to grab apple green. We're gonna bring it up into these a little bit, and then, let's see, do we want to activate it yet? Yeah, I want to activate it after this. I have my heat gun with me so we can dry it, but the idea is we're using the Inktense as the base, and then we're going to go over with some of our other Derwent pencils. But yeah, total and complete chaos. Like, seriously, if, like, you guys spent an entire day with me on one of our busy days, like, you would just be... Oh, that was part of the leaf. Oh, well, it's not now. You would probably be exhausted by the end of the day. I'm not even usually this, like, high energy on a normal basis. But, like, even for dinner tonight... when you're coloring, the sound is very soft when you're not... Oh, I can shift it over. Yoink. Is that better? Here, let's see. There it is. I'm also, like, looking down when I'm coloring, and so I'm not talking, like, directly into it. But, see, I can turn up the mic just a little bit. But, yeah. Things are things are not quiet, and I am gonna sleep so hard tonight. Like, absolutely. I couldn't believe I got sunburned. It was just like, this is ridiculous. Okay, so apple green. Lift it up just a little bit. Does that sound better? Okay. All right. I'm not going to worry about adding in shadows where the bushes are overlain because we are going to, this is going to be the base one. I was Christmas shopping a couple years ago and took my glasses off to put my sunglasses on. I hooked my glasses on the front of my shirt and transferred tons of packages in the car as I was. Yes, that's better. Okay, good. Let's see. We're going to use, I think, the number 2. You guys hear the dogs barking? Yeah, I stopped talking. The dogs are very loud. Oh, no. Oh, Kim. Oh, my gosh. I did something not quite similar, but it's definitely another glasses breaking story. You know, actually, I'm going to move my water over here. Get blasted by the TV. Oh, no. When I was in high school, right? No, absolutely. Okay, so we're going to use some water. We're going to activate this. Again, I'm using the number 2 round. When I was in high school, I think I've told this particular story before. Ooh, I forgot how yellow that is when you activate it. Oh my gosh. Well, I told myself I wasn't going to look at the swatch sheet, so here we are. When I was in high school, my I was, you know, home with my brother. I was watching him. I think my parents were at work or whatever else. It's a silly turn of events of what happened. But so my brother was building a fort with a friend, and we had some blankets that were stored under a porch. We had kind of like a storage space underneath, and they're usually in totes. Well, long story short, somehow a spider hitched a ride at the time. And when they brought the blanket in to make it, obviously, you know, to make the fort, they found the spider and they started freaking out. And the way that our house at the time was set up was where when you go in the kitchen, you kind of have to go around on a wall and you're kind of going in like a U shape or a circle. Anyway, long story short, I had grabbed something in the kitchen to kill the spider, and I was running down the hallway to go get the spider. And at some point, I smacked my pinky toe on the wall and I fractured it. All right. So of course you can imagine my parents were thrilled when they got home. So they ended up taking me in, and I had to wear a boot and all that good stuff. I had to have crutches for quite a while. And then, so I've got my crutches, I'm hobbling around school, whatever else. This was probably a couple days later. And I was sitting in one of my classes. Again, I must have been like 15 at the time. I was just sitting in my class and I was thinking, you know, how nice it would be not to have to wear glasses. And I was kind of, you know, bored. I was 15, whatever. And I was holding my glasses by this part and I was kind of like twirling them and spinning them in circles. Again, 15, not all that bright. So I was spinning them and they flew out of my hand and flew into a wall. It flew into the wall and they completely shattered. So now, not only was I on crutches, but I was blind. And it was at a time where my parents could not have dropped, right? My parents could not have dropped everything to leave work and to come, you know, get me new glasses. Like, no, this was me. I was stuck with it the rest of the day. So yeah, you can imagine how fun it was hobbling around with no glasses, because I am legally blind without my glasses. And on crutches. So, you know, there's that. Guys, there's a reason that we have, hold it, do I still have it up here? Hang on. Oh, maybe I don't have it up here anymore. I was gonna say I have the, oh, there it is. Will always be 0 days since last accident. Like, yeah. I mean, and I've told you guys the story where 4 hours after I found out I was pregnant with little Emily, on my way to work, I slipped in a patch of mud and broke my ankle. Steve found out I was pregnant in the ER right before they set my ankle. So, you know, at least, you know, knowing my history, Steve kind of knew what he was getting himself into. Maybe? Probably not. Probably not. Well, and then just like last year, I think I told you guys I was in a boot because I rolled my ankle and deeply, deeply bruised my foot, which still kind of aches every now and then. Probably not a good thing, but had to be on crutches for that. We keep a pair of spare crutches or two in the garage. I think that's all my major injuries. Amazingly, when I played tennis in high school, I did not injure myself. So, you know, I got that going for me. Well, you broke your arm. Thankfully, I haven't broken any arms or anything, but yeah, it's something else. Right, Vicky? Oh my gosh. Just keep like one of those knee scooters. Yeah, like you can imagine how many looks I got from being on crutches and pregnant. Like I wasn't showing too much then, but it was enough that, you know, I was smaller then. And so, I know, right, Megan? I was smaller then. So when I was pregnant, it was pretty obvious. And so, you know, I'm just scooting around on my little knee scooter and using my crutches. Like it was, yeah. Honestly, Steve should probably just wrap me in bubble wrap and just like sit me in a padded room and like I'm not allowed to go outside. Oh my gosh, Derwent. Oh my goodness. It's just when it rains, it pours, right? Wow, this is so much more yellow than I anticipated. But it's okay, because this is just the base color. And again, this is the risk with not looking at the color chart beforehand. Now, if you've never done ink tints before and you're wondering what the difference is between this and watercolors, and it's because it is not watercolor paint. It is activated ink. And so a lot of times if you're working on it and you stop, you will get streakiness. So for me, the bushes are nice because I can stop along the bush line and not have to worry about it drying and leaving any kind of lines. But yeah, so a lot of times Steve gets nervous when I call. I mean, when I had my fight with the can of beans, I sent Steve a video chat and I was just like, so at what point, if the bleeding's not stopping, should I be concerned? You guys were here for that one though, because I was supposed to stream that night and I showed up and I had all my fingers wrapped up in washi tape. However, when I did end up going to urgent care to check to see if I needed stitches, the lady was very impressed at my first aid capabilities. So I was just like, I've had a lot of practice. Fight with beans, I did. Okay, short retelling of the bean story, if you were not here. Yeah, Sunrisa, they are very different than watercolor, absolutely. I had, Steve was gone with little Emily to an event and it was just me and little Steve at home. I was going to make him a burrito and I opened a can of Rosarita beans and it didn't, you know how sometimes like it is just slightly, but I'm trying not to use too much water. Once we dry it, it'll work out. And then if it's too wrinkly, we can iron it. Right? It was very fancy. Let's see what Derwent say. Once I was wearing a backpack, crashed down to tie my kid's shoes, tipping over backwards. Oh no, Derwent. Figure skated for years without needing crutches or cast. And then, wait, what does it say? It says, then succeeded in breaking my hand, opening a door. Oh my gosh. So yeah, this was right. It was a Friday, so I was supposed to stream in the evening. And so when you're opening a can of any kind, like if one side's dented, you know, your can opener kind of skips sometimes. Well, basically when I was done, it was still kind of connected on one side and I had left, you know, about this much space so I could, you know, normally peel up the can. Well, for whatever brilliant idea, I thought, oh, I'll just pop a spoon under the lid and pop it open. Now, I don't know why I didn't consider just getting the can opener again. So I popped a spoon underneath the lid and I was just kind of like, dink, pop it open. Well, it didn't go dink. it went forward, and let's see, do I still have a scar? It's pretty well healed. Yeah, I don't really see a star, but yeah, it sort of annihilated my fingers, and thankfully it did not need stitches, but I did have to have it bound up, and yeah, it was concerning. It was concerning. So Steve gets yes, Death by Rosarita. She has it in for me. So yeah, I don't even remember when that stream. Oh my gosh. This is not only crayons. I don't even remember when that stream was, but yeah, I showed up to stream that night. I still streamed, and that was the second. Didn't like one fall or something? I don't even remember. Guys, the amount of injuries I get, I don't know if this was too loud or not. But yeah, so there was that. And then, like 2 years ago? Might have been a year ago. Yeah, it was a while ago. Oh, yeah, that's right. I forgot about that one. Then there was the time I shut my finger in the car door, but it was horizontal and it lined up with it. And I had no feeling in the left side of my finger for about 6 months. Here's the thing, is I say that I can't be trusted on my own. Like, I need a babysitter. But shortly after I made that joke and all of that happened, my parents came for a visit. It was just me and my parents hanging out of my house. I was getting ready to go pick up the kids from school. And I fell down the stairs. In my defense, I was wearing fuzzy socks and they like slipped on the carpet. And yeah, I fell down the stairs, and we had one of those cardboard cat scratching things. I put my foot through it and broke it in half. So I would say I need a babysitter and I need to be watched, but my parents were there and it didn't work. Okay, so let's zoom out for a second and let's see what greens we have. So for the Color Soft, we have this one. It's just green, so that's handy. These are a little, well, that's the Chroma Flow. There's really not much in the way of greens for this particular set. Yeah, Vicky, yeah, it's not good. Let's see, what is this? Expert on driver's education. Oh, that's nice, Trey. It's kind of cool to check things out on Google Maps. Okay, so I have this screen, but let's also get from the Derwent drawing set. Do I want this one? We're gonna have to get creative with our greens. Ooh, should we bring in some Chroma Flow? I don't know. They have a good green in here. Might give them a second chance. That's basil. We're gonna use one from each of them. Chroma Flow! Shannon, absolutely. I'm sorry, Shannon. It's the only one with this shade of green. All right. So I told you we're gonna do all kinds of Derwents tonight. So we have Derwent Chroma Flow, we have Derwent Color Soft, and we have the, oh my gosh, I can't talk. The Derwent Drawing. So from the Chroma Flow set, we have Basil 16. From the Color Soft set, we have Green C420. And then we've got Rainy. Yeah, it's been nice and cold here. Olive Earth 5160. So let's start with the Derwent Drawing. Ooh, getting up there in points. Oh man, we are so close to some of you guys getting there. I'm excited. Okay, we're gonna go here. I did not grab the Derwent Life Vest, but that's because we know how nice those are. We're just gonna roll with it. Okay, so now we're gonna work on adding the shadow and kind of variation of the colors. I think I'm gonna try and leave as much exposed of the ink tints as possible. Need rain up here for sure. We definitely had some rain yesterday. I like it. But, you know, it was nice weather. We all know because I got sunburned. at the zoo, which it was kind of shady. We weren't in the sun a ton, but the animals were cool. I also, bye Dawn, thanks for being here. I also, and I don't know if I said this earlier, I also did not realize that armadillos are so flipping cute. Like, I know they're wild, and so probably many of us have not got a chance to see an armadillo up close. But I'm going to tell you right now, that armadillo that I saw today was flipping adorable. Does it look like a possum with armor? Oh, didn't you get rid of your color soft though? Right? They look like a less hairy possum, but with armor. Unlike, okay, I'm gonna see if I can pull you up the picture without giving too much detail here. But this little armadillo in his thing was just running, like he wasn't, like following the edge of the cage, like some of the bigger zoo ones, because this was actually like it's like a rehabilitation center, but like these animals can't be re-released, that kind of thing. Let me see if I can find a good picture. I took so many pictures today, it's kind of ridiculous. Let's see. Okay, there's the armadillo. Okay, I'm gonna zoom in. If you don't like armadillos, or let's see, armadillo's a reptile, right? Or reptiles, turn away now. Okay, this is your warning. Okay, so this was the little dude. Okay, now it's the back of him because he was just running. But look at how chunky his little legs are. He's so chunky, and he was just scooting around there, and it was the cutest freaking thing I'd ever seen. I did not realize that armadillos were so cute. Oh, fun, Trey. Yeah, possums are... Although, I will say, I follow Juniper Fox on Instagram, and she rehabilitates, like, possums and stuff. Let's see. I'll talk about the last page in Johanna's book turned out. Oh, thank you, Vicky. But yeah, he was just scooting around there doing his little possumy things. Like, he'd go over, he'd dig for a little bit, and then he was like... Oh, the light flasks are wonderful. Thanks, Trey. Have a great night. But yeah, I did not realize that armadillos were that cute. But we hadn't been there before, so it was a new place for us, and they had fun. Lots of pictures were taken. Lots of chaos. Went to the gift shop. Gift shop's always fun. Steve and I have a tradition that anytime we go to any zoo, even if we're not, like, before we had kids, because, now we'll let them go get, souvenirs from the gift shop or whatever else. Oh my gosh, I can't talk. But every time we've gone to a zoo, we always get a fridge magnet with that particular zoo name on there. So today was a new one to add to the collection. But, yeah. I don't know. We're not too far from some cities that are fairly well known in this particular state. So we still have a ton of exploring to do, for sure. I mean, heck, I haven't even explored this town. We haven't even been to the library in this town yet. I see it, but we just haven't gone yet. I've been to the Hobby Lobby, though. I know where that's at. That's not a surprise to anyone. But yeah, I think this weekend I'm gonna get those cups done. I want to draw like specific designs just for them, and then I can get them cut out and put on there. And now that I've done all those mugs, I feel a lot more comfortable with the process. I heard that it's still really good. Oh no, Kim. In fact, since we were at a zoo today, people were talking. Oh, I missed this part. Oh well, we'll just do this. They were talking about zoos in this state, and they were saying that they added something, or they updated something at the San Antonio Zoo. I've never been, but I definitely want to go. Just like they say that if you're going to go to the coast at all in Texas, that you should go to Corpus Christi instead of Galveston, which I've never been to either of them, but eventually I would like to. I was kind of missing the coast today. There's something about being in a new place or whatever else. Gosh, I miss going to the beach, and you get out of your car and you can smell the ocean, hear the seagulls. Oof, yeah. Yeah, that's rough. It definitely made me miss that particular part, which is why I would love to go, you know, take a trip and go there, but it's so hard to find the time, and, you know, kids get sick and whatever else. It was nice when we were in Oregon because we were always within a decent drive of the coast. There's just the coastline all up and down Highway 101. And, I mean, I grew up on the coast, right? I mean, I love the ocean. One time at the San Antonio Zoo, I think we're going to take the grandbaby to Houston Zoo. I've been to the Houston Zoo. I think the only thing I didn't like about the Houston Zoo was that, was its paths. Like, it's okay. It's okay, but the paths just aren't very... I like a zoo that has, like, you can just go around the whole thing. Maybe a few things, like, off to the side, but, like, the shape and the organization of the Houston Zoo is just not... It just doesn't flow as well. They've got plenty of good things, but... A kangaroo farm! Oh, that's cute. The kids have done a few petting zoos around here, and they got to hang out with some kangaroos, so that's nice. There were a number of things there today. I mean, there were owls, there were parrots, there, you know, lions, tigers, and bears. Although we didn't get to see the bears. The bears were not feeling it today. We're like, all right, that's okay. But there was a porcupine that they had put a treat on one of the fences closer to it, so the kids got a real up close and personal experience with the porcupine. It was too cold to swim, and even in August, grew up in the Gulf Coast, and the water is similar from late March. Yeah, Pacific Northwest, the ocean is cold. It is cold. Although, I can call myself a true Oregonian because I have done a polar bear swim, which is where you go swimming when it's middle of the night and the ocean is like ice cold. You don't get hypothermia. Oh, that's so hard, Kelly. That's so hard. Steve and I had the realization, Isis is going to be, let's see, what month are we in? Yeah, she turned 18 this year. I keep thinking she's only like 15 or 16, but I suppose time just keeps moving. Little Rock Zoo has all kinds of rescue and rehabilitation. Oh, that's cool. All right, we're going to keep using this olive earth for a little bit, and then we're going to use one of our darker greens on these ones back here. But we're actually not putting too much colored pencil on here. There's more Inktense, like the Inktense is doing most of the work here. Right? She really is. Like, short of the fact that she has to be on special food for her tummy and she gets monthly injections, like we've gone and we get her blood work done on a regular basis, and our vet from where we lived before said she is oddly healthy for her age. So I was like, all right, I'll take it. For a while, I was kind of like lamenting the fact that she's as old as she is and we don't have, you know, much time with her probably, but I decided to stop. I'm not going to think about that, because if I just spend the rest of her life thinking about how sad it is that she won't be with us much longer, like, I'm not really going to enjoy the rest of the time we have with her. So, you know, she's still got energy. She's still, you know, kind of snarky sometimes, but it's good here. Okay, well, to be fair, Patty, you're in Canada. I think you get a pass because, I mean, it may have been, you know, the Pacific Northwest, but you're more north than us. Like, you might actually get hypothermia if you tried to do a polar bear swim. Oh my goodness. I like this. It's not too heavy, not too detailed. We can add more shadow later, but it's definitely giving the bushes some shape. Wow, 11's good. 11's real good. Like, what? Dog years, they're doing great if they reach, like, what, 15? I think that's one of the reasons that although I love golden retrievers and I would really want to get one, their lifespans are just, I mean, I guess the way it is with all dogs. Like, cats tend to have a longer lifespan than dogs do. But there's just, yeah, I don't know. Well into the 20s. Nice. Well, yeah, and I think that's totally doable for Isis. Because, I mean, she's an indoor cat. She gets special food. You know, she gets regular blood work done. Like, we're doing all the things for sure. Let her be and just do her thing. Give her snuggles when she wants them. She lately has taken to, she sleeps, you know, all day. Could care less. Always annoys it, or trills, like meows at me annoyingly whenever I get close to the bed because she's afraid I'm going to move her. But she does this thing now when we're all in bed where she will just yowl so loud. Snorky, that's adorable. Langley and Abbotsford are close to you. Yeah. Oh man, Vancouver. Vancouver is beautiful. Victoria is gorgeous. I went there when I was younger, and I just remember being blown away at how pretty it was there. Oh, I want to go back to Victoria. It's pretty up there. But yeah, she's taken to in the middle of the night. Everyone's asleep. She just yowls as loud as she can. She usually is carrying some sort of toy up the stairs, but it's like she's expressing her immense displeasure at the fact that no one is around, despite the fact that she completely ignores us all day long. Okay, see, I feel like this is going to be too vibrant of a green. So here we go. We're going to do the Chromaflow. I will say, it is the skinniest of all of the Derwent pencils. Ooh, scanner story time. Someone has gone to the police station because they aren't happy with something they... They aren't happy with something they bought off Facebook. Oh my gosh. How entertaining is that scanner? Do you have an app for it, or do you have an actual, like, old school scanner? And also, that's kind of ridiculous. Hey, man, shop at your own risk on Facebook Marketplace. Okay, so we're going to use Derwent Chromaflow Basil number 16. I have not used these in ages. You have an actual scanner. Oh, that's cool. All right, so we're definitely moving into a more richer green. And we're probably going to add some of that to here, but we wanted to stick with a slightly darker green for these bushes. I don't know, maybe I underestimated that this one wasn't going to take us that long, but I just feel like the way that we're doing it. Yeah, I definitely want to do, I was thinking something with like a pink sky in the back. Scanner's hilarious, right? That's got to be better than like even Netflix. Oh, you guys, speaking of Netflix, I was on Instagram today, as we do. I was posting stuff today and whatever else, but I saw an ad. Earlier, someone called 911 because she was taking a nap and someone was shooting pew-pews. Just so she could speed. That's hilarious. But I got an ad for Netflix. Okay. Now I know that Adam Sandler has, I think, a deal with Netflix where they're going to put out X number of movies a year or whatever, which good for him. Cause that's solid work. Scanner's depressing to listen to here, especially lately. Oh yeah. That would not be very entertaining. But it's a new movie that he's doing. And whenever I see Adam Sandler, I assume it's going to be some sort of comedy or rom-com or what's a pew-pew? It's not the bench in the church. It's the sound that a metallic holder of metal objects that can eject said metal objects that is not as fast as Superman. That was the most... I don't say the word, and Shannon doesn't either, because, yes, exactly, Kelly, that YouTube does not like the word. Yes, BBs. Except slightly more, yes, there you go, Blue. But anyway, he's coming out with a movie called Spaceman. Has anybody else seen an ad for it? This was the first time I'd seen it. Yes, exactly. Yeah, what Allison said. And hi, Allison. Yeah, what Allison said. It's a dangerous area. So we... BB's your pop's name. I love that. So yeah, he's doing this movie called Spaceman. And it's... I don't know that it's dark. I couldn't quite tell from the ad. But it's definitely like... sad Sandler. Like, maybe not even just sad, but it's a serious movie. Granted, there's a giant talking spider, which is why I probably won't watch it. I wish they could have chosen some sort of different animal thing, but it was, I mean, I can't think of very many serious movies that Adam Sandler has done. I mean, am I misremembering? Does anybody know of like a serious movie that he's done? Either way. I know, right, Vicky? Which is why, like, I watched the entire ad because I'm like waiting for the, you know, the other shoe to drop. I'm waiting for the punchline. I was waiting and waiting and waiting. I know, right, Lucy? Yeah, that's my thing. It's like, I want to see it because that's what I thought too, Kim. I want to see it because this is in, and I think it's going to be on Netflix because it's run by Netflix. Yeah, but Big Daddy wasn't entirely serious. I saw it once, like a long time ago, but there's still some comedy in it. This is like straight up, I don't know that he smiles the entire movie. I could see him doing that, yeah. Oh, really? What was it called? Do you remember, Blue? But yeah, I was mostly... I don't know, Lucy. I mean... The spider talks, okay? So it's anthropomorphized. Yeah, I think he will. I think he will, Shannon. From what I gather, I would have to watch it again to kind of re-listen to see what the premise is. But he is... Yes, please do, Durbin. He is... Well, it's called Spaceman. He's in space. And it looks like they need to do some sort of longevity test for being solo in space. It looks like there's some sort of conflict with his wife. Like it shows that she's pregnant and she's upset that he went and he misses her. So I think it's going to be about that relationship. But I'm also almost afraid it's going to like be really sad. I don't know. It's definitely going to be filed under sci-fi. Like I don't see how it could be like drama and sci-fi probably. But I was just like kind of, like I said, I was waiting for the punchline and it never came. And I was like, holy crap. Oh, Punch Drunk Love was serious. Okay, I need to move this water because like I'm thirsty and I keep instinctually reaching for my cup of water. Yeah, I think so too. I think so too. I mean, I like Jim Carrey, but if I had to choose between the two. Oh, it's called Reign Over Me. Oh, that's what Senrisa said. Okay. Look it up. I know the name, but if I don't write it down, I will forget and not. All right, Rain. I can't spell over me. Hang on 1 second. All right, I just need to clear my throat. But yeah, like I said, I saw it right before stream and I was just like, huh. All right, that's intriguing. How are we doing on time anyway? It's only 9:16. We're doing great. This definitely isn't all we're going to do for the bushes. Like, I want to add more to it. Did it really? Wait, does it have a sad ending? I don't know if I can do a sad ending. It's like anytime I've ever watched Titanic or Romeo and Juliet. It's like I tell myself, maybe this time it'll be different, right? Maybe this time Rose will, you know, let him climb on the door with her. Or maybe this time, you know... My kid asked, we were talking about something the other day and somehow Romeo and Juliet came up. It was something she had heard at school or whatever. And I told her the premise of it and she's like, that's terrible. You know, that like one takes poison to pretend to be dead so it can get out of the thing. And then the other one thinks that he's dead, but he's not really. It's just, you know, like he's anyway. And then they like miss each other and they both die. I hope I'm not spoiling this. Romeo and Juliet has been out for a very long time. Anyway, she just looked at me and she's like, that's terrible. Oh my gosh, Durbin. Yes. Oh my gosh. Any movie or show having to do with like kids or animal, I can't do it. I cannot do it. Back in the day, like I would, you know, maybe watch Law and Order or, you know, whatever was on TV, SV. I can't even go within 100 miles of SVU. I won't even watch the ads. I cannot do it. Like ever since I had kids, like nope, none of that. No, thank you. Absolutely not. Spoiler. Well, I mean, since it's been out since, you know, Queen Elizabeth the First, Allison. Oh no, Kelly. Oh, it's always good to go get a checkup. I'm sorry, Marilyn. Oh boy. I think Nomeo and Juliet will definitely be more up the kids' alley. Oh my gosh, Megan. Baby Mine. If that song doesn't make you cry, like, oh my gosh, every time. Every single time. When I was pregnant with little Emily, I went and got a 4D ultrasound, one of those really detailed ones. And I overlaid it with the Baby Mine. I did not have an actual baby in my hand yet, or you know, in my hands. But I was like, this is a mistake. Hi, Alex. Drama movies featuring animals. They go, right? Friggin' Old Yeller. Where the Red Fern Grows. Like, what's the other one? I never saw Cujo, but I heard that's pretty sad. I mean, what was with what was it? Was it 90s or the 80s? Would have been early 90s, right? Like, the books have been out forever, but what was with all of these, like, just rending kids movies? Like, what? Yes, Bambi. Hello? Oh, Atreyu. I just can't do it. And they wonder why we're all full of anxiety. I'm just saying. They're wondering why we all have childhood trauma. It's because apparently every kids movie that was quote unquote popular. Oh, Benji and Lassie. I mean, come on. Right? Pete's Dragon. Yes. Like, why do you guys have so much trust issues? Why millennials have all these issues? Well, you showed us Old Yeller, okay? And then also, like, stressed us out with the crocodile teeth game and said that if we turned on the dome light in the car, it was illegal and we get pulled over and arrested. No, I'm just kidding. You know? There's all these things we were told as kids to make us not do things. Like, obviously, right, Megan? Like, okay, the internet, for instance. Obviously, the internet, take this for example, is a much different place than it was when the internet first existed. Now, of course, there's all kinds of dangers still online, and you gotta be smart about it. But if you were to go back in time to, you know, 90s, when everything first came out, it's just like the amount of... Like, by the way, if you do this disastrous thing, and I still have, like, this innate hesitancy of, like, you guys know me, like, I share some, but not a lot. And it's just like, why are you so anxious? Because everything was apparently out. Homeward Bound. But wait. I mean, spoilers. It's been out for a while. Like, yes, because it would cause a car crash. There was literally a game called Perfection, where if you didn't put all the pieces in perfectly, it would explode, and also you were timed. Like, Operation. Please put all of these body parts back in this game. Oh, and by the way, if you touch this sharp metal thing, it's going to scream at you. Right? Like, there's all these things, and it's just like, God, no wonder we're all nuts. Like, okay. Oh my gosh. Yeah. Right, Renee? I know it. Oh gosh. And then when he came homeward bound, when he came over the hill, and you just like, you just cry. Okay. Land Before Time. Like, friggin' Littlefoot was chasing the shadow that he thought was his mother. He said, mother, here I am, mother. Like, why? It's terrible. Right, Blue? Exactly. Petrie, right? Oh my gosh. So, why was there so much death? Right? I did on purpose. He had it coming. Oh my gosh. Just so much. So much. Like, and then part of me like wants to show these movies to my kids. But then I'm like, well, should I really? Like, I don't know. The soundtracks, Disney soundtracks were fire. Okay. And my kids did like The Lion King, and they really liked the spin-off show Lion Guard. But, right, Christina? I know. It's just like, why? Why the trauma? Like, are there no... I don't know how... Give me Bluey, all right? Bluey gives you the right kind of tears, right? Like, it's just... Wait a minute. Bluey's making us cry, too. Hey, Steve. Steve, what's a movie from your childhood that traumatized you now as a grown adult? E.T. Oh, yeah, E.T. Oh, man. 80s, early 90s, man. It's a different time. That is true. They've just... they were just trying to make us all numb before all of the world actually hit. Yes, right. We gotta go home. Oh my gosh. And then his evil uncle comes out. Oh my gosh. Lion King. Oh boy. Yeah. Movies were so... Also, I remember distinctly really enjoying The Indian in the Cupboard when I was a kid. I think it was a movie I probably rented from the library. I watched it again as an adult. That movie would not fly these days. There was so much about it that I was like, well, this is a little, this is interesting. Oh, the Goonies. Okay, I liked the Goonies. The Goonies were good. Like, Truffle Shuffle, though. I don't know. Okay, I need to get a darker color in here. Let's see what we have here. We could go with like a blank. Here, let's zoom out for a little bit. Oop, there we go. Okay, let's see. What is this? That's a black. We could go with black. I don't know that I suppose if there's no other greens, we may have no choice. We have a teal. That's not coming on and go up. Fly to the Navigator. Let's see. Explorer, Stand By Me. There were a lot of good ones. But I definitely will be waiting to show the kids some of them. Okay, these are watercolor pencils, and I don't want to accidentally reactivate them. So, mid-green in which set? For the Color Soft or the Chromaflow? Let's see. I mean, this one, that's just green. We could go for ink blue in the Color Soft. I don't think so. I only have the 24 set. So the other greens that I have in this set are foliage and grass green. And those are a little bit bright. Now we're going to go in with, we'll go in with this kind of blue. And let's also grab, oh, you know, we could do we want to do brown? Short Circuit. I know that one. Johnny Five. Johnny Five, Isle of Life, right? The first Jumanji. Okay, yeah, that one I want to show to the kids. Obviously, I need to wait till they're a little bit older because I don't want to give them nightmares. But yeah, Jumanji was good. And I'm not gonna lie, I even kind of enjoyed the remakes, but partially because it's Kevin Hart and The Rock and Jack Black. Karen Gillan, she's all right. I mean, she was probably my least favorite of the Doctor's companions. Of course, I don't know. I haven't really watched much of the new companion. The fact that she's already gone is not. Love Short Circuit. My brother and I had like Shrek memorized. That was a little bit later though. Shrek was, when did Shrek come out? Was that early 2000s or late 90s? Shrek. I want to say early 2000s. I was still in high school when it came out, but my brother and I had that one like memorized. Okay, so we're going to use Ivory Black, and we are going to start to add in a bit more. 2001. Okay, so yeah, early 2000s. Although watching it as an adult now, there are a lot of innuendos. Oh, Ferris Bueller. Here's the thing, though. Here's the thing. And I think they'll be able to watch it when they're older. The kids, little Emily is starting to understand movie nuances a little bit better. But they have never liked movies where a character is, oh, I Am Sam with Sean Penn. That is good. Bye, Vicky. Thank you so much for being here. They get stressed out by movies where they think someone is going to get in trouble. Like, they like will put their fingers in their ears and they won't like it. Like, the idea of suspense just stresses them out. So if I were to show them Ferris Bueller, where this kid is doing all kinds of shenanigans, almost gets caught by, you know, the crazy principal, like, it would stress them out a little bit. I do like, though, that little Emily is getting old enough to start to watch other movies. Little Steve isn't quite there yet, but it is nice to be able to experience that with her. Oh, Breakfast Club is good, too. I have to rewatch that one. I watched it when I was younger, but I should rewatch it with an adult's perspective. I'll either really like it or not. Okay, so if we're going to talk rom-coms, though, and a little bit later, 10 Things I Hate About You. I'm sure there's some sort of controversy tied with it at some point somewhere, but I love it. 16 Candles is good. A lot of Heath Ledger's early stuff is so good, but I also, oh my gosh, why am I blanking on her name? 10 Things I Hate About You. Help me out. Who was the girl? 10 Things I Hate About You. Who was the girl? Julia Stiles. There we go. Yeah, Julia Stiles. I really like her. And I liked, I don't remember the name of the movie. Yeah, thank you, Alex. Oh, Cameron Diaz. I do like her too. I liked Cameron Diaz, Lucy Liu, and Drew Barrymore in Charlie's Angels. But what was that dance movie that Julia Stiles was in where she learned, like, oh, now I want to watch that. The poem she read? I know, the poem she reads, yeah. I know, Shannon. While you were sleeping with Sandra, but it is good. It is good. I always think of her love interest, though, being the president on, oh my God, my brain is like bleeping out. Will Smith, Welcome to Earth. Independence Day. That's what it was. Sorry, I had to say the thing. Save the Last Dance. Really? Okay, I'm gonna have to look that one up. I remember enjoying it, like, a lot. But yeah, I'm gonna need to rewatch that now. I always like to go to Blockbuster and like rent rom-coms and chick flicks. Oh my gosh. Words are hard. Right? Oh, Sandra Bullock, Keanu Reeves, The Lake House. Love The Lake House. My So-Called Life, yeah. The thing of it is, with 10 Things I Hate About You, I feel like I now would connect more with the father. Ever After, yes. City of Angels. Oh, that's John Travolta, right? Yeah, The Lake House is good. It's so good. Yeah, Ever After, that one's good too. I think I have that on VHS or DVD. I have it somewhere. Kill Bill. Okay, so, I mean, when I was watching all those movies, I was definitely like, I needed, you know, like, fun. Like, Kill Bill was a little too heavy for me at that. I don't even know that I would necessarily like it now. It's just a lot. City of Angel is Nick Cage. That's right. Nick Cage and Meg Ryan. Oh, Meg Ryan, Tom Hanks, You've Got Mail. How awesome is it that Tom Hanks and Meg Ryan have had such good chemistry in movies? They played love interest in, like, I know, right, Shannon? Gosh, I wish we could do like a watch along and we just do a marathon of all of these movies that we loved. You've Got Mail, Sleepless in Seattle, and if I remember correctly, Joe versus the Volcano. That's the only 3 ones they're together in, right? But You've Got Mail is the reason why I really like that Cranberry song. Let's see, is it Dreams? I'm drawing a blank on the name now. Oh, The Notebook. Although I will say, we quote the "What do you want?" It's not that easy when it comes to deciding what to have for dinner. I enjoyed it like when I was younger. It is good, but I don't like the fact that she is cheating on her fiance. I think that as a grown-up, I'm just like, I think too much about this now. Oh, When Harry Met Sally. That's good too. I love that. Oh, okay. So I went Sleepless in Seattle. Right. The whole movie. I know it. Sleepless in Seattle also has Rosie O'Donnell. So my train of thought was Rosie O'Donnell. Oh God. Why am I not remembering it? It's Rosie O'Donnell. It's Now and Then. Oh, A Knight's Tale. A Knight's Tale is good. Notting Hill, also good. Refuse to watch any more Nicholas Sparks movies. I don't know that I ever saw The Money Pit. But Now and Then. Plus the music on it is great. Dun, dun, dun. It's copyright. And again, I have not watched that as an adult with, children that are closer to that age than I am. Oh, The Three Musketeers. That one's good. You're thinking the one with Oliver Platt and Chris O'Donnell. That's what I was thinking of. Practical Magic. Okay, so when Practical Magic, when that song was going around Instagram, I'm not gonna lie, I used it a number of times. It really made me want to watch it again. It had been a really long time since I watched it. So I did. And I was just like, I forgot about the whole flipping plot where like her sister is dating this terrible guy and then okay, it's been out for ages. I'm sorry. Spoiler alert if you haven't seen Practical Magic. Going out with this terrible guy, then they accidentally kill him, and then they bury him in the rose garden. And then he comes back and haunts them. I'm just like, I completely blocked out this part of the movie. Oh, that was something else. I mean, the love interest was cute. Oh, like you do, exactly. Okay, The Craft. I do remember watching that as a kid. Or not as a kid, probably like a teenager. I don't think I had the deepness of thought to really understand what it was I was watching and enjoy it for, just a magical romp with friends. That movie is I don't think I could watch that as an adult. I think it would be a bit nuts. Yeah, Practical Magic. Yes, 80s teen. Oh, Uncle Buck. Yeah, he really was. Well, even the main girl that like, I don't remember what her name was, but she had the kind of crazy hair. Gen X movies. There you go. Yeah, Uncle Buck. Love John Candy. Some Kind of Wonderful. Yeah. Yeah, I really like Uncle Buck. And I think I would probably enjoy it even more now as an adult because I'd be like, yeah, go Uncle Buck. Harry and the Hendersons. Yeah. Oh, you both got it, Harry and the Hendersons. Well, then wait, who played the little brother? Was it Macaulay Culkin that played the little brother on Uncle Buck? Speaking of John Candy, Cool Runnings, always a classic. Did you really, Dee? Did you like it? It's not included. It's so good. And it's so just quintessentially 80s. Honey, I Shrunk the Kids. Yeah, okay, yeah, it's Macaulay Culkin. That's what I thought. I love John Candy. Ooh, Runnings. Feel the rhythm. Feel the rhyme. Come on now, it's bobsled time. John Cusack. Better Off Dead. $2. I want my $2, right? But then I also you know, given that I was a kid, you know, in the early 90s, you know, I was born in mid 80s ish. There were also like a lot of other random ones I watched. Like I have a vague memory of there's a movie called Blank Check. The Olsen twins, It Takes Two. Tots in his pocket. The Olsen twins, It Takes Two, and Richie Rich. Richie Rich. That's every kid's dream, right? You can tell what they were catering towards. But then there's also like the classics. So The Parent Trap, but the one with Haley Mills. Again, Haley Mills. That Darn Cat, also good. There's so much good stuff. There was also, pretty sure it was Haley Mills. It was a different the original one was Haley Mills. It was, okay, help me out here. The movie was, in the Haley Mills version, Pollyanna. Yes, Haley and Pollyanna. Okay, there was a remake of that with the mom from Prince of Bel-Air, the mom in the later seasons. There was a different version of Pollyanna, and I grew up watching that one. In fact, when I finally saw Pollyanna with Haley Mills, I was like, this is weird. This isn't right. But yeah, I have to find that. Like, I don't know if it was a made-for-TV movie or if it's like actually anywhere. But I do remember really enjoying it. Haley Mills was brilliant, though. I don't know if she's still around. There's just like all these movies that I need to rewatch as an adult just to see like how much. Yeah, Parent Trap with Haley Mills is good. Yes, I definitely prefer that one over the remake with Lindsay Lohan. Although I do like Dennis Quaid. Oh, that's another one. Dennis Quaid. It was Undercover Blues. It was Dennis Quaid and I can't remember the woman's name. And then the guy, oh God, he's super famous now and he's done a lot of stuff. Who's the guy that plays the MC on Hunger Games? Oh, Apple Dumpling. Oh my gosh. Who was the guy? The Incredible Mr. Limpet. I don't know that I ever saw The Return of Mary Poppins. Yeah, Apple Dumpling Gang. He did a lot of stuff with Disney. Oh, Chitty Chitty. Stanley Tucci. Thank you, Josephine. Yeah, Stanley Tucci. That one was good. Don Knotts. Don Knotts. That was it. Okay, so we're going to use ink blue now, and we're going to go in a little bit darker on some of these. But yeah, Don Knotts was brilliant. I'm trying to think. Yeah, Chitty Chitty Bang Bang. The only thing, I really like Chitty Chitty Bang Bang, but it's kind of trippy. And the guy that they have him dressed up to be like, what, the kid catcher or whatever? Pippi Longstocking. Oh, I haven't seen that in ages. I do remember watching it. The guy who plays the kid catcher. So creepy. So creepy. Absolutely. Gosh, I forgot about Pippi Longstocking. And then right up there with Pippi Longstocking, you have the classic Disney Pete's Dragon. Well, there's Darby O'Gill and the Little People, but there's another one I'm thinking of that it's like, what are they? Like, I'm seeing scenes in my head, but it's something about fairies or something. And like, he's trying to get one of them away. I don't know. I'm just gonna, the Gnome-mobile. Durbin, thank you. The Gnome-mobile, riding along in the Gnome-mobile. Yes, okay, it's all coming back to me now. Oh, Ferngully. I don't think Ferngully is. Oh, Carol Burnett. The first introduction I had to Carol Burnett as a kid was Annie, which is funny because we have an Annie now. Escape to Witch Mountain. Okay, I have a vague memory of it, but I don't recall much of it. I don't think my parents let us watch the rest of it. I think that was one of the movies on the no-no list. I don't remember why. It's probably just because of the magic, but... the Gnome-mobile. That's a throwback. Well, because the main character, the male love interest on the No-Mobile played Haley Mills' love interest on that darn cat. What, The Witch Mountain? They remade it with The Rock? Return to Oz is one of my favorite movies when I was younger. Kind of creepy. Watch. I don't think I've ever seen Return to Oz. Okay, also, Shannon, I was lurking in your stream, whichever day it was, and you got started talking about Wicked. And I realized, although it's been a play for ages, I don't actually know the storyline for Wicked. So here's my question. I assume it's not just a play. Oh, The Love Bug. Yes, also good. I'm assuming it's not just a play, that it's also a book, right? Return to Oz was super dark. It has books. Okay, because I was thinking about checking it out because, yeah, I don't actually know. I don't know the premise or the storyline of Wicked at all. From what I understand, it's from the point of view of the Wicked Witch of the West? Or Wicked Witch of the East? One of the witches. Oh, does it really? Like the scary girl from The Craft? Gosh, I need to like make a list of all these movies I saw in my childhood and then rewatch them as an adult to find out if it's weird. I swear this is darker than what it looks like on your guys' screen. Yes, very dark? Okay, yeah, because I don't want it to be scary. Yeah, Benji. Benji's rough. I could not watch Benji now. Like, I don't even remember much about the movie, but I remember that scene where Benji got kicked. Like, that friggin' traumatized me, man. Yeah, I've never seen it. I did, so I'm caught up with a lot of audiobooks that I have right now, and so I don't really want to go get more credits at the moment. So I was browsing books that are on like Audible, if you're an Audible Plus member, like ones you can read, and I came across one that had pretty decent reviews, and I actually that girl that you guys like to watch that does the reading sprint, she mentioned it, and it was Red Rising. So I started that yesterday. I feel like I'm still a little bit lost. I think this is going to be one of those books where I need to like listen to a second time to like catch on things. Like I've read I've listened to the Brandon Sanderson one a couple times, and there's like all this stuff that I pick up later. Right, Sonrisa? Yes, absolutely. Because I do not have time to just sit down with a book. Steve got me a book for Valentine's Day, and I've started it, but I just straight up have not had time. But like today, I had to drive for a little while, and I just popped it in. I've had to, do a few road trips, and it's just so nice to have the Audible book when I'm waiting in the car pickup line, and sitting there for like 45 minutes or half an hour. Like, it's nice to just pop it on. Yes, I keep forgetting her. Anyway, she's the one that scared me with the cat alarm, Mr. Meowgie. No, that's fine, because I brought her up. No, you're fine. Yeah, I was trying to remember. I am liking how dark this is getting. I know for you guys, I don't know, maybe if I zoom out, maybe a little bit more. I think we should use the blender with it. Ooh, yeah. Yeah, you're good. What? Is it about the Wicked thing? Or the fact that I can't remember Kimberly's name? All right, the memory thing shouldn't be a surprise to anyone. It doesn't work the way it's supposed to. Oh, a 12-hour readathon? Oh. Like, how is it going to be like the reading sprints? Like, is it just they're going to be sitting there and reading and everybody will hang out with them? At first I was like, what? I'm sorry, I can't remember her name. I can't remember things. Reading sprints. Oh my gosh. How does TikTok behave around reading sprints? Now that I've got this tripod for my phone, I'm really tempted to try going live on TikTok. But I don't know. Like, I've got some followers, but Yeah, I don't know how it would go. Yeah, that's intense. Lots of snacks. For sure. Are there other mods or are you the only one? Oh, that's a good question too. Yeah, what are they reading? But I guess the Red Rising one is a whole series. Seems mildly dystopian? But again, I feel like I'm still a little bit lost. Hi, Maylin. Oh, you're fine. Oh gosh, I didn't even realize what time it was. I thought we would get so much more done, but the bushes. Okay, we're gonna do this one from start to finish. One of the reasons that I chose this one is that there wasn't just a bunch of same stuff. Like, it's not like, oh, well, we've colored one tree, we've colored them all. We're gonna do this one from start to finish. I think what I want to do is bring in the blender and see just how strong some of these greens are, because we're using like different pencils everywhere. So let's see. I feel like I want to darken this part up back here. Set a timer, we all read or do stuff we need to get done, then chat afterwards for like 10 minutes and repeat. The Red Rising? I think so. I say I think so because I also think I'm a little bit lost. I got distracted when I was listening to it because I was doing too many things today. And I definitely did have to, I say rewind, but it's not like a tape. I had to like go back and re-listen to a chapter or two. Hi, Esme. All right, I'm going to use the blender and we're going to see how dark this gets. Because we are using all different pencils, so we'll see how they react. See, that's not, you can see that's much more where I wanted it to be. But yeah, if you're wondering what pencils we're using, all the Derwent ink tints, or not ink tints, all the Derwents, except we haven't done the watercolors yet, and we're not doing the Light Fast. The Red Rising, book and one. How many books are out? Ooh, is it a series that's not finished yet? Am I setting myself up for disappointment? Ooh, that got a little bit dark. We might need to go over that just a bit. A little choppy. Like, cause, is it sad? I don't know. Like, cause I don't see it having a ton of like, I don't know. It's definitely a fantasy, kind of mildly dystopian, but also like, I don't think it's romance. The way that they started the book makes me think that any kind of stuff like that is just going to be like an afterthought. Which is kind of nice to change to every now and then. We're going to smooth these lines out, by the way. In fact, we may focus on a section so we can get to all of that. So let's do this here and let's grab Olive Earth. And now that we've got that blender on it, I am going to press a little bit harder. We want this back here to be the darkest of all the bushes. And we use the ink tints as our base. Yeah, whimsical narratives. She's usually on, I don't know what time she ends because I usually start before she's done. But she's usually on before me. Like I said, that Mr. Miyagi startled the crud out of me. Right? Yeah, it gets much darker. 6 books so far. Oh, okay. I may need to get reading. Okay. We're going to add a little bit more green. Let's go in with, let's get another green. Yeah, it really makes it stand out. Tuesday mornings and Friday afternoons to evenings. Yeah, there we go. Okay, let's get, I'm looking at what we have here. Okay, I think, I'll zoom out a little bit. I'm just trying to find a good mid-green that we can add to it. And I'm thinking, actually, let's do grass green from Chromaflow. It is bright, but I think if we're careful, we can kind of bring this together a little bit. And since I've used the blender, it's going to be harder to add layers, especially since we're using so many different pencils. Like, they're not all going to get along, but that's our challenge, right? This part didn't get the wonderful. Smooth that out just a bit. Sure the music's not too loud. There we go. Okay, so I'm just going along that edge because we don't want it to be super saturated. So let's see. Let's actually grab, I think rather than that, it's just coming out way more saturated than I want. Let's get foliage. No, do we want foliage? Hang on. Actually, we could use crag green. That could work. Crag green could work. Yeah, that's better. I'm definitely pressing a little bit harder now. I just want to smooth out those edges, but I don't really want to up the vibrancy of the ones back here. And I will, since we're going over this and I want us to be able to get more, I will finish off these bushes for next time so we can get started on either the trees or the fronds here in the front, all that good stuff. But yeah, I like it. This is a challenge for us to use all these different pencils. And also, if you missed it, I did lower the price by about 1,000 on the quilt scares. I know I mentioned at the beginning that, you know, since this is our first time doing it, I'm trying to get a good feel of, you know, the point average, the average point gains. Yeah, because I want to make sure that it's attainable and doesn't feel like it's too much of a trudge through the mud. Right? I'm a little surprised. Which Caran d'Ache are the red barrels? I don't know. Thanks, Marilyn. I didn't know there were red barrel ones. Oh, the Derwents you mean. Yeah, sorry. These are the Derwent drawing. Sorry, I was holding them over here, but yeah, the Derwent drawing. These are beautiful and wonderful for portraits, especially. They're glorious. But yeah, the idea is we're going to have like much more muted and dark bushes in the background, and then the lighter ones in the front. We do. Oh my gosh. I wish they would make more. Like, it's basically a whole like muted set. Oh my gosh. I would be all over that in a heartbeat. Absolutely. Yeah, more colors would be brilliant. I don't know. They might think that like maybe people really wouldn't want like muted colors, but it's like, no, we do. We want it. Please do. Okay. Let's do a section down here before we go. Well, we're not going yet, but I want to make sure that we do all of it so that you guys can see how to do it if you're following along. They really do. Are they really? No, we want more Derwent drawing pencils. Can we use his watercolor pencils? Oh, nice. Well, I definitely want to do, like, I think a pink sky. Not even necessarily, like, sunset, but I think pink would be fun. Every time I'm driving along and, like, I see a really good cloud formation. I don't because I'm driving, but part of me always wants to, like, take a picture of it and be like, okay, how can I make that look like that on my pages? I don't know. Tell you one thing, though. I may treat myself to some waffles in the morning. It has been a long week. There we go. Okay, so we're going to do this little section here. So obviously we need more to it right now. So let's grab, this is green from the Derwent Color Soft. And these bushes in front are going to be more saturated. Right? Did you see it all the time? Bye, Kim. Thanks for being here. All right. Well, I mean, people got more, we got more ink tents. I know there was a lot. So maybe they do listen. Maybe we'll get lucky and we'll get more. Give the people what they want. What do we want? More colors. When do we want it? Now. Okay. Just layering in a little bit here. Okay, and then let's grab, let's see. Let's grab grass green. Go with that a bit. That I don't want it to be too vibrant, like, you know, it's not like electric green bushes here. Add some more there as well. And then let's do, you get, it's a little too bright, just a tad. So let's get, let's see, green shadow. I think green shadow would be good. I did, like I said, I did want it to be brighter, but not so, ooh, that's too dark. Nope. All right, let's go for crag green instead. Which is the same one that we used back there, but because we have such bright colors up here, I don't think it'll overmute it. Because we used like more kind of brownish colors than we did light colors back there. So it balances. We are just using this to kind of bridge the gap. Oh, hi, Annie. She's under the desk. It's so funny. Like, if I go to pet her, she's just like, yeah, no thanks. She's definitely very much a cat that likes to be around people. Well, unless you're the kids. She loves the kids, and they can tote her anywhere without her, you know, like, being uncomfortable or whatever. She's like, yeah, okay, it's cool. But I think it's because she grew up with them. But for us, she just wants to be around us. She doesn't actually want our attention. She just wants to be in the same room. Yes, yeah, we'll do words after this. Oh, nice, Alex. Yeah, 24, aka not enough. Okay, so if you are following along, or you're watching this back and you are following along, zoom out. Do you see how, and we may even darken this a little bit more. I swear it looks more saturated for you guys than what it actually is. But the idea is we're going to have darker shadow ones. So I may actually like use something like this olive earth and darken it up further. We don't want it to be black. And one other thing that we could do actually, which I kind of like. So remember I said we were going to do like pink on the background. What I'm going to do is I'm going to take this eraser using my electric sharpener, my Derwent drawing Chinese wax. Oh no! Oh yeah, like any of my really nice ones I just handheld because I get too nervous. I'm actually going to go ahead and erase a very top line because if we do a pink background, maybe not to here because we'll have the castle, but it'd be kind of cool. I'm not going to do a full glow effect on everything else, but just on the bushes in the back. Let's go ahead and see what we can do. Now remember, we have ink tents under here, so it's not going to be 100%. Anything we layer on top of this is going to have to be pencil. I'm just going to remove just that top part. Lifts it just enough to where we can then see what we have. You guys are hilarious. See what we have for pink. So this might actually be a really good pink. This is blush pink from the Color Soft set. Yeah, because I don't think we quite get it here. Yeah, I think this is perfect because it's not going to be a cool pink in this guy. It's going to be a warm pink. And the thing of it is doing this now, this is going to lock me in for doing a pink background. So it's like I'm holding myself accountable. And this will really be the only side that has that pink unless we decide to do like maybe some pink here, just a little bit. But because we can't see the top of the bushes. So this will be the only part of the bushes that actually has some pink on it. So we are just going to very lightly. Yeah, I like that. Not pressing too hard, just getting the slight pink. And the nice thing is if you put it on here and you decide you really don't like it, since you're going so light anyway, you can just take it off, cover it up with other green. So we'll dive more into that when we get to our background. But yeah, it's coming together. Because the castle's not going to be super bright. It's going to be kind of muted. Most everything up here will be what's the brightest, which works out well because we have all these flowers too. Honestly, thought we'd get further. But, I mean, we're doing all the Derwents. Well, almost all the Derwents. Looks like mostly we've done couple chroma flows, color soft, Derwent drawing, Inktense, so four different ones. Yeah, I'm pleased with that. Like I said, we didn't get quite as much done as I would have liked, but I like the effect of having it desaturated. Well, not even desaturated. It's just darker back here and lighter up here. And we may like use a white to desaturate it even more, but we're going to keep working on this until it's done. So it is a Derwent party. Well, I was just thinking, I was like, God, I have them all in this one case. Let's just use all of them. All right. Who would like to play a little bit of Words on Stream? Pull up words. Oh, we need to pause our music. There we go. Words. Bye, Josephine. Thank you so much for being here. Okay. And me. All right, continue. We're gonna grab our link. Okay. We're gonna hop over here. Pop in our thing here. Okay, we're gonna turn up our volume a bit. All right, everybody got your typing fingers ready? Of course, Carol. Thank you so much for being here. We're gonna continue this page on Wednesday. And if I don't get to it this weekend, I plan to at the beginning of next week. I will be announcing the charity stream as well. So keep an eye out for that one. All right, so let's see. Let's get this over here. All right, here we go. I don't want to play Pictionary. I don't know. We definitely should, though. It's an art channel, so probably not a bad idea. Okay, marked. Ooh, yeah, Steve says we should have him do the Pictionary. Oh, I'm all in caps. My bad. Let's see. Okay, mark. We got dark, made, make. Yep, maker. Let's see. There's 3 more 5-letter words. You have proved me wrong. Let's see. Dram, yes. Did we do drape yet? There we go. Ooh, same time. Aspie, nice. We're on a roll today. All right, we got one more letter that starts D. There it is. Okay, so it could start with an M or an R. Let's see. Oh, rake? Did we get rake? Haha, there we go. All right, continue. See, we're on a roll tonight. It's great. Friday's our night. I was gonna say, refuse. You ever do that in your head though? Because in my, like, I was sounding out refuse as in one who fuses again, not I refuse to do this. Oh boy. What about S-E-R-F? Isn't that a thing? S-E-R-F? Surf. There we go. Sure, nice. What do we get? Oh, we got ruse and ruse. Reefs. Yep. What about fuser? Oh, I'm still locked out, am I? Try that again in a second. There we go. Fuser. I said one who fuses. Oh, reuse. There you go. Let's see. Freeze, free. We got user. Oh, fees. There you go. So we have another one that starts with R and another one that starts with S. We got sure. Oh, sewer. There you go. R-O-S. Okay, one more 5-letter word. Is there anything we haven't made plural that could be made plural? Briefs, fuse, freeze, fees. Let's see. What about just art? F-R-E-S-E, what it said there. F-R-U-E-S? F-R-U-S-E. M-O-U-S-E, Mickey Mouse. Let's see. I'm not sure what that last one is. Yeah, that's what I was thinking, fuser. Alright, skip 3 levels. Alex, number 1. Okay, there is a fake letter. Probably not going to be the E. Miser, that's a thing, right? Regime! Okay, so it's a fake S. Nice, Patty, that was great. Fake S, and here I am thinking of only S words. Merge? But merge is... Oh, well, I guess I'm going to use the other E. There we go. Oh, good job. Let's see. Meyer. Is that Erie? I think that's Lake Erie. I think I would need another E. Amir. Okay. Gree. Let's see. G-E-E-R? Is that a word? Oh, germ! Go figure. I'm over here making up words, and then that one's all simple. Oh my goodness. Alright, Aspie number 1. Closing out on number 1 overall. Fake letter. Okay. Could be the V. Could not be the V. Probably not the A's. Could be a T-I-O-N. Let's try ration? Ratio? Variant. Okay, it's a fake O. Fake O. Okay. Rant. There we go. Oh, Alex got it. Okay, so rant. Oh, aria. Train, yep. Oh, there's another A one. Okay. Avian, that was good. What about Ada? Is that a word? Vain. You're so vain. Train, ran. Oh, anti. I always forget that one. That and anti spelled with an E. I always forget that. Vita. Do you pronounce it Vita or Vita? I don't know. Avian. Gonna be some more A letters. Okay, what about Arraign? No, Arraign is with a G. Oh yeah, avant-garde. There you go. 3 more 5-letter words. Attain? That has 2 T's, doesn't it? I don't know. Enrit. Is that a word? Inert. Not the right kind of inert. Oh, well. That's hard, though. Ba-da-ba-dum. Alright, skip 2 levels. Ooh, Aspie, number 1 in both. But I immediately was like, Hermione. Let's see. About rehab. Who am I kidding? It's not gonna be that. It's not gonna be the M's. Oh, hammer. Okay, fake B. Fake B. Okay, so hair. Oh, Alex got hair. Okay, mare. Here we go. Oh, Marilyn got mare. I gotta be faster. You guys are fast. Okay, what about, mirror? I don't think that's right. That's not spelled right. Got here. Got ream. R-A-M-M, is that a word? R-E-M-M? Throwing it out there. Yeah, I always forget that one. Okay, so these other ones are either gonna start with H, E, or A. E, ring, oh, ahem. I like it. Let's see. Harm? No, we did harm. I'm gonna start with an either an E or an A. Rem, Iram. Merm. I'm just throwing out just random stuff now. Emer. Her. Are. Something's gotta work, right? Something's the answer. Oh no, when I cannot do this game. If you're on mobile, that's me. I cannot do this game on mobile. I try to do it on mobile with my friends who stream on Twitch, and it's impossible. Cannot do it. I'm gonna go on a limb and guess that it's a hidden E. I want to say it's an E. So peach, meat, mutt. There we go. That, okay. So we need to clear the eyes. I'm gonna guess it's a fake P. Because it's not usually the duplicates. So, what is that? Unless it's platinum. Nope, that's platinum. Platinum. I can't spell. Not patient. No, I gotta stop using the P. Probably not the P. I'll throw Ev's word out just in case it's an E. Okay, what about bait? Maybe it's a P, maybe it's a B. Oh no, this is not boding well. Steve, help! What is it? An N? What is it then? My brain's not putting it together. Oh! Mutation! Oh, dang it. Titanium? Wow. Well done, Callie. But also, oof. That was a rough level 15. Now, on normal circumstances, I might do a second one, but I'm going to tell you guys right now, I am exhausted. Nothing like going on a school field trip with your kiddos and other small kiddos that age, and I am exhausted. Yeah, that was a rough level 15. So, this is where we're at with it. I'm going to catch up on the bushes, just copy what we did here, and then we will get started on the rest. I kind of feel like I want to work on the sky when we get back, but thank you. Yeah, so we're using the Derwents, and they're all small sets. So if you don't have the big sets, it's fine. You don't need it. We're doing small sets. All right, everyone. Thank you so much for being here. Thanks for hanging out. Have a fabulous weekend. Keep being awesome, and we will continue this on Monday morning. All right, everyone. Talk to you later. Bye.